Hi everyone! It's been a while since I recorded anything at all. It's actually been over 2 months now, and I will talk to you guys about that. Anyways, let's do my skincare because I just took a shower and my skin is parched. So before I get into everything, I did already clean my face with this. This right here is the 9 Wishes Rice Foaming Cleanser. It has a little micro-ground rice powder in it, so it helps to exfoliate. I don't do this every day, but yeah, this is, I alternate between this one and like a regular rice foaming cleanser by the Face Shop, but this is what I've been using lately because like my skin has been getting more like little dry patches, so I found that this has been helping a little bit. But before, if I am wearing makeup and everything, I want to double cleanse. I normally use this. Before that, this one is the All Clean Balm by Hamish, and it comes with this little nice scoop, and then looks like that. So anyways, none of these products I'm talking about today are sent to me by companies. They're either bought by me or gifted to me by people in my life. Anyways, sponsor me though, please. I'm gonna quickly just dive into like moisturizing my skin actually, because I'm like getting dried up here. So I will talk to you more about life and everything in a second, but first of all, I'm using a combination of Hada Labo's hyaluronic acid like lotion, and this one right here is the Makeup Raw Sauce. I do like 1 drop of that and then like 2 or 3 drops of the Makeup Raw Sauce. This is just for putting hydration back into my skin after I've cleansed it. And like Canada air, especially where I live, is just really dry, even though I've set my like what's it called, the humidity in my house to be a little bit higher for the winter season, but still I need more. I'm like, my skin is normal, but I just need more hydration. Now at least I have that on, I can talk to you a little bit about where I've been and everything. I've been gone for 2 months, which seems like not that long, but it feels like a long time. I don't know. Well, where have I been? I've been kind of like online but offline. Does it make sense? I just didn't have any motivation to make any videos, that's all. I feel a little bit better now. It's not like I was disheartened, maybe a little bit. Like I just didn't have like any energy or creativity or ideas, and sometimes I do have ideas, but I just didn't have the motivation to like get up and just do something. I don't know why. Like I think for me in my life, I've always had emotional and energy spurts. Does that make sense? Like I'm not always constantly go go go, especially me being introvert. I get drained easily of energy. So for me, when I get like creative or like motivational energy, I'll just keep going. But I think the past few months I've just been feeling like I needed to rest, and I feel like humans have this kind of like resting and working phase, and that's normal. So I didn't really try to like push myself to do anything, if that makes sense. Like I've been on social media, I've been like on Instagram and TikTok, but I haven't been feeling any motivation to just make videos. So what happened in the past 2 months, I will get into that. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna put this back. This one right here, the Makeup Raw Sauce right here, I super love this. I talked about this before a long time ago. I stopped using it because I believe Sephora stopped selling it, and I don't know, this came in a set that my sister gave me for Christmas 1 year, and it's a mini size because a regular size is like tall like this, and it's a little bit more bigger in width. But this also came in that set as well, this 9 Wishes thing. Is it 9 or 6? You know what, it's 9 wishes, right? 9 wishes, because I've just been slowly getting through all the skincare products that I have in my collection. I have not really been buying a lot of new skincare because I had a lot, and I noticed that I had a lot of skincare that I just hadn't been using, that's been piling up. And I don't buy a lot, by the way, compared to a lot of people, or what people think like YouTubers and social media people have, but I just wanted to use everything up fully before like moving on to another product, because I found that I would try something, then I'll just move to another product, which is doesn't give your skin enough time to actually get into the product, because it takes about like 2 or 3 months. I believe I read that somewhere or heard that somewhere, that it takes a while for your skin to actually adjust to a product. So anyways, moving on. And you know, I've talked about this product a lot of times before. I've been rambling for a long time. I don't want this to be too long. Normally, if you've seen any of my skincare videos before, I normally tone, but I haven't been toning for the past, I don't know how many months. I just don't do that anymore. Mainly because usually toning, a lot of the traditional toners that are on the market are very drying. For example, I haven't really used up or finished this because this is very drying on my skin. I used to use toner because I wasn't cleaning well enough on my skin, and I would use this to kind of like clean up the rest of the makeup that was on my face, but that just meant that I wasn't cleaning my skin well enough. The kind of toning that I do nowadays is something like this. So this one is the glycolic acid solution. I didn't use this today because I don't feel like I want to use this every day because it is exfoliating, and I did use a cleanser that is kind of physically exfoliating. So this one right here I actually bought. Not because I needed this. I just saw this on TikTok and people were just saying that it's really good for your underarms if you sweat a lot or it stinks or something like that. So I wanted to buy that to try it out, but I only tried it out a couple times in the summer. I didn't really notice much, but anyways, now I have a toner on like every 3 or 4 days. I'll use this just to like kind of help exfoliate my skin. Try not to over exfoliate my skin. So anyways, next step. I normally use the lactic acid 10%, but yesterday I did use the PHA water tox. I still have this. I haven't used this a lot. I've been alternating between this one, which is this ordinary one, which is super cheap, again, to exfoliate my skin. I use 10%. If you're sensitive and you're trying this out for the first time, use only like the 5% one. I believe there's a 5% one, and this one PHA is very nice, and it is not that, how do I say it, it's good for sensitive skin because I believe PHAs are just like a new formulation of AHA, BHA, I don't know. Anyways, I find that it's nice, so I'm using this, and it is quite sticky. I realized I should have used this later, but because I still have like a serum step that I want to use. Oopsies, out of order. But this is what I'm using to exfoliate my skin chemically, and I have been breaking out a little bit, just a little bit. It's not really breakout. I shouldn't say breaking out because breaking out implies more pimples, but I have been getting like little pimples here and there, which is totally fine. Like, it doesn't bother me that much. Both products I do love a lot. This one is a little bit more cheap than the PHA one. I lied. You know how I said like none of these products were like sent to me and everything? This was sent to me, so I lied about that. But again, I would prefer to use this one now because this one's easier to get if you live in North America, and it's cheaper. So I would stick to this, and it's lighter consistency. This is pretty sticky, so if you don't like a sticky feeling or you are more acne prone, I feel like you would not really like this one. I think you would prefer this one, and it has a little bit of hyaluronic acid in it as well. Okay, before I get into the next product, what happened in the last 2 months that I have been gone? So when July I went on a mini road trip. I went over to BC and everything, and that was really nice. BC was wonderful, but you know how it is with the pandemic. You gotta be careful still. A lot of places right now are like in panic mode because we're in the middle of the 4th wave, but back in the summer it was really nice. Everything was pretty relaxed in terms of restrictions, which now is biting our butts later, and we feel it right now. I feel it right now, especially with my job. I work from home, but I still work with healthcare and stuff like that, so I definitely feel the effects of the actions of the government deciding to be lax with the restrictions over the summer. If you don't know, I'm from Alberta, so you know. Yeah, I went on a little trip and in July, and then in August Hannah got lost. And if you don't know who Hannah is my cat. Okay, so let me explain while I apply my antioxidant serum right here. This is the Euk134 Serum. It's an antioxidant serum, and let me just unfocus on that. And I'm just gonna use like 3 drops of this. 1, 2, 3, because this has like, I can't remember which vitamin combinations in here, but it does warm up and make your face feel warm. So again, if you're prone to like sensitive skin, or you're sensitive skin prone, how do you even say that? If you have sensitive skin, I don't know if you would like this, because it can make your face look red. See, that's the thing, like I know skincare that's good for me, so like take whatever I use with a grain of salt, because again, this is meant for my skin, and this is what has been working for my skin. I'm using this because I am 27, and I need to care about my skin, and I have been taking care of my skin. As you know, I have been taking care of my skin since I was pretty young, so I mean, and also genetics, right? Like I don't have wrinkles, at least I don't think I do. So yeah, anyways, that's just a nice antioxidant formula, good for anti-aging as well. But yeah, Hannah did go missing. Oh my god, I just stopped in the middle of my story. But yeah, Hannah did go missing. So what happened was, I hate to tell the story because it's embarrassing on my part. It is my fault. So I have this bubble backpack. I'll put it in a picture if I can find it. Anyways, I have a bubble backpack, and I brought her with me on a walk because I feel like I trap her inside my house all the time, and I bet she would like some fresh air. And she does like some fresh air sometimes. She doesn't like to be on a leash, or a harness, sorry, and walking, but she doesn't mind, like, you know, exploring on her own once in a while, like on my balcony, or just like peeking her head out the window, or, you know, just sniffing the air. But other than that, I just bring her on a walk sometimes, especially in the summer. It was really nice. So anyways, I brought her on a walk, and we were on a long walk, my friend and I, and just around my friend's neighborhood, not my neighborhood, because like if it was my neighborhood, different story, but it was in my friend's neighborhood. So I just kind of I felt bad because we were on a long walk, so, and she looked like she really wanted to get out. Like she was just kind of like peeking her head out, and I like had a little slot open where she can come out a little bit, and so I was like, okay, fine, you can take a break. And we were at this spot where there's like a bush and pavement and trees and stuff like that, so I just let her out, and she just like sniffing around and being curious as per usual, like cats are. And I was like, okay, it's been a little bit, now let's go back to the backpack. I grabbed her. At first she was kind of like apprehensive, she didn't really want to go in, but I grabbed her, I put her in my backpack, and before I could zip my backpack back up, she freaking jumped out again. And at this time the sun was already setting and it was getting dark, or actually it was set already, and so it was dark. And so at that time she was spooked, and because she's in an area that she's not used to, so I tried to go get her, and I was like, come on, let's go back in. Like she like ran off into the bush, and so I was like, okay, I need to grab her, because if I can't see her, like what am I gonna do? So my friend and I were trying to grab her. She ran off to the trees. I went to go grab her. She obviously wouldn't come to me. She was just hiding deep inside the trees. There's like a bunch of trees, and it was the coniferous trees, so the pine trees, which again hurts if you try to go in and grab her. And I could see her eyes with the flashlight, and then all of a sudden she got so spooked, I guess from all this like interaction, that she ran off into someone's backyard. It was like an open backyard, and I just lost sight of her. I saw that she ran behind like a trailer, and after that I didn't see her at all. So my friend and I looked and looked and looked for like, I don't know, it was like half an hour or something, and we could not find her. So we just decided to call it quits for the night, and then I decided to go look for her the next day. Pause on the story while I put on my eye serum. This is the caffeine one from The Ordinary. I've been using a lot of Ordinary stuff, if you haven't noticed, because it's cheap, and I just want to try it out because I was on a shopping spree over the summer. It's really bad. I needed to stop shopping now, and I told myself to stop shopping. But yeah, I was on a little bit of a little bit of an ordinary splurge because it was so cheap. I bought stuff for my mom as well. So but anyways, caffeine solution just around my eyes, on my ring finger, and patting it. So yeah, next day I went to go try to find her, and nada. Like, it was really hot. It was during the time where like Canada was experiencing, I'm pretty sure a lot of areas in North America too, but we were experiencing a heat surge. So it was really hot and I was so worried, and I couldn't find her, and I was like desperate. I like put up posts and everything, and no avail. So 2 weeks go by, 2 weeks where I've been looking, not every day, but once in a while, and you know, just making sure everyone knows on social media or whatever, and putting up posters. And what was it? And during that whole time, like it was like thunderstorming and raining, and I didn't know if she had any food or water. But in that neighborhood there was some like water fountains and stuff. Some people had like really nice water fountains, I guess. But so I was still worried, obviously, if she was alive or not. But she had her collar on with her name tag on it, and I'm so happy I bought it. I will put a picture of like the tag I had, and I will like link the 3D artist, not 3D artist, like the artist who made it. The owner of the shop 3D prints all the tags. It's so cute. You have to check it out if you have a pet. I love it. It's really big though, so I in the future I would buy something smaller, but it's so cute, especially if you have a dog, or like a bigger dog too. It'll look super cute on them. Anyways, I digress. So I would put that on the poster, like saying that she had a collar that's pink with the pink tag. So one night, like 2 weeks later, one night I was like just taking a shower or air, and I received a phone call because like I listened to my music on like a speaker, and then all of a sudden my music stopped. I was like, okay, well, what's going on? I checked my phone, and I like crawled out, not crawled out, I came out of the shower, and I was like, oh my god, I'm getting a call. So I've been picking up all the calls since during those 2 weeks, and every time it was a scam call or a spam call. So I was like, oh, anyways, I picked it up, and the lady was like, hi, is your cat still missing? I was like, oh my god, yes, my cat's still missing. She's like, I think I saw your cat just in my front yard. And I was like, oh my god, where you live? And then she sent me her address. I drove there immediately. Like, I was still dripping wet from the shower, but like I immediately drove over there, and I saw her. Like, she was just across the street from where the lady lived, and I called out to her, and I just gave her some treats. She was apprehensive at first. She didn't look like she lost any weight, and she looked clean, which is really surprising. But she went and ate the treats, and she was like, okay, this is good, I like treats. And then I pet her a little bit, and I just freaking grabbed her and chucked her in my car. Okay, moving on to moisturizer. This is the moisturizer I've been using for the past god knows how long. I've been using this for a long time. This is a Cerave moisturizing cream. I have been swearing by this. I use this for my face and my body, and it's lovely. I would never use such a thick cream before. Like, I remember when I was younger, I would only use lotions, but I feel like thick creams like this is what my skin actually needs. I have an oily T-zone and normal skin everywhere else, but I find that this has a little bit of hyaluronic acid in it as well, and ceramides, but I know some people don't like this, but I love it. I put a lot of it on, and any extra obviously put on my neck and body. But anyways, I was so lucky that lady called me, and I rushed in during that time, because I'm sure she would not have gone up to anyone else, because she gets scared of people. So the reason she called me, the lady called me, was because like she couldn't go up to her, because Hannah is not really used to strangers. So she wouldn't really go up to people, and she was scared. Mind you, like, a lot of cats don't really go up to people unless they feel comfortable or they've been lost for a while. And she was only lost for 2 weeks only, but only is like 2 weeks is still a long time. So I'm very thankful for that lady who did see Hannah and call me right away. I'm just happy, and those posters really did work. So posters with pictures, and if you can put in color. I didn't really have color for all of them, but poster with the picture of your cat or your dog or whatever animal that's lost, and hopefully your pet had a collar on it. And I did not put a breakaway collar on Hannah. I know that's bad because a breakaway collar would mean that if they got caught on like a fence or something, the collar would break off, so that they would choke. But I didn't buy a breakaway collar because I had bought a breakaway collar before, and Hannah has always bitten it off or chewed it off because she's that crazy and strong. So anyways, that actually saved her because it was really easy to identify her because her tag was really big and pink. So anyways, moving on, I think that's it. Sometimes I do, instead of using the other eye cream that was before, I've been always using the Innisfree. This is really old now. This is the Innisfree Jeju Orchid Eye Cream. I love this stuff. I love it. It just smells really good, and it's just basic moisturizing. You could just use a moisturizer too, but if my skin's extra parched, I will use this. But anyways, for lips, I have been using Aquaphor recently by Eucerin. This stuff is like Vaseline, but I prefer this over Vaseline actually. I don't know why, I just like this over Vaseline. But yeah, Vaseline works well as well. Or I've been using my Burt's Bees, but Burt's Bees, I find that for nighttime it's not enough, so I've been putting this on. It just traps in all the moisture on our lips before I go to sleep, so that's why I've been using this. And it's great for cracked skin, dry elbows, and my feet. I've been putting this on my feet because my feet always get so dry because I neglect moisturizing them. I like moisturize my body, but I don't moisturize my feet. So this is why I like this. And I should get like a travel or like a mini size of this because I really like this stuff. As I was saying, I chucked Hannah into my car, and yeah, that's it. She came home with me. She was obviously not happy to be in my car because she hates my car, but I brought her home with me, and that's that. So that's the story of how I lost Hannah and then found Hannah, which is really lucky because a lot of times like people don't really find their cats that quickly or find their cats at all. So I'm just very lucky. Okay, so I don't know if you have noticed, but I have a pimple here and pimple here. So if you have seen my channel before, I've always talked about this. This is the Clean and Clear Persagel 5, and this one is the benzoyl peroxide. It has 5% benzoyl peroxide, hence the name Persagel 5. So I use this to dry out my pimples. I know everyone has been using the hydrocolloid patches, but I've never tried that. Let me know if you've used them, if you really like them. I want to kind of try it, but I don't have any breakouts usually, so I haven't had the need to buy them, but I do want to try it just in case. Like this one can be irritating for a lot of people if you have sensitive skin, but if you've tried benzoyl peroxide before, and I really recommend this. And if you're not sensitive or allergic to it, because I know some people are allergic to this. So anyways, this one I always trust it. It's not like overnight though, it's not super quick. I'm not talking about my daytime skincare routine because my daytime skincare routine is basically really basic, almost the same as nighttime. But I have sunscreen as well, and my sunscreen I use is this guy right here, the Biore one. What else? I don't know what else to update you guys. My camera is dying, so I think I'm going to end it here. I will make hopefully more videos. I actually cannot promise anything. I haven't been feeling motivated at all, so I can't promise anything, but I do feel more optimistic. I feel like I have more energy than I want to. I just need to get the ball rolling, if you know what I mean. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I was a little bit rambly, but I hope you don't mind that. And it's echoey because it's the bathroom. But anyways, have a good day. I love you. Bye. Take care.